You've spent years trying to eat healthy. You switched to whole grains, started juicing fruits, and cut out the bad stuff. But what if I told you that some of these so-called healthy foods are secretly damaging your joints, especially after age 50? Stick with me, because today, we're revealing 6 foods that look innocent but may be quietly fueling your joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation. And I'll also show you what to eat instead. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button if you've ever felt knee or hip stiffness in the morning, and subscribe for more health-saving hacks that most people overlook. Let's dive in. 1. Whole wheat bread. Whole wheat bread is praised as the healthier alternative to white bread. And in some ways, it is. It has more fiber and a lower glycemic index. But what most people over 50 don't realize is that wheat contains 2 major compounds that can trigger joint inflammation: gluten and lectins. Let's break this down how it hurts your joints. Gluten is a protein that can damage the intestinal lining, especially in people with even mild gluten sensitivity, many of whom are undiagnosed. This gut irritation leads to a condition known as leaky gut, where tiny gaps in the intestinal wall allow undigested food particles and bacteria to seep into the bloodstream. Your immune system sees these as threats, and responds with chronic low-grade inflammation in your joints. That's why many people with autoimmune joint disorders like rheumatoid arthritis report dramatic relief after eliminating gluten, even when they had no traditional gut symptoms. It's not just gluten. Whole wheat also contains lectins, naturally occurring plant proteins that bind to cells in your body, especially in the gut and synovial joints. Some researchers suggest that lectins can mimic the structure of certain joint tissues, leading your immune system to attack both the lectins and your own cartilage in a case of mistaken identity. If you have persistent joint pain and eat wheat regularly, try a 2-week elimination trial. Swap to sourdough bread, which has fermented gluten and is gentler on the gut, or gluten-free options made from flaxseed, almond flour, or buckwheat. Even if you are not allergic to wheat, your post-50 body may simply be more reactive to it. Why suffer quietly when there's an alternative that could ease your pain? 2. Fruit juice. It looks so innocent, pure, vibrant, natural. You pour yourself a tall glass of orange juice every morning, believing you're doing your body a favor. But here's the harsh truth: that single glass could be triggering inflammation that eats away at your joints from the inside out. Fruit juice, even 100% natural, is concentrated sugar without fiber. Without fiber, the fructose in juice is absorbed rapidly, leading to a sharp spike in blood glucose and insulin levels. This spike triggers the release of inflammatory cytokines, chemical messengers like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, which are known to accelerate joint tissue degeneration. The fructose in juice is metabolized in the liver, where it's quickly converted to uric acid. Elevated uric acid doesn't just cause gout, it's also linked to low-grade chronic inflammation in joints, especially the knees and ankles. So while fruit juice may seem healthy, it's a biochemical trap for anyone over 50 struggling with arthritis, joint stiffness, gout flare-ups, or unexplained swelling after meals. And the common culprits are the orange juice, apple juice, grape juice, and smoothies made with just fruit and no fiber. Even cold-pressed juices flood your bloodstream with sugars faster than your aging joints can handle. What to do instead? Choose whole fruits over juice. Why? Because whole fruits contain soluble fiber, which slows sugar absorption, blunts insulin spikes, and reduces the inflammatory cascade that damages joints. A whole orange will give 9 grams of sugar plus 3 grams of fiber. A glass of orange juice will give 21 grams sugar plus 0 gram of fiber. If you miss that refreshing morning drink, go for infused water. Try lemon slices, ginger, cucumber, or berries in cold water. It hydrates, tastes good, and helps cool inflammation. 3. Low-fat yogurt. Low-fat yogurt is everywhere, and it's marketed as a smart choice. It says heart healthy. It's in weight loss plans. It even claims to support strong bones and joints. But here's the silent truth most people miss. Many low-fat yogurts are biochemical landmines, especially for aging joints. When manufacturers remove the fat from yogurt, it strips away the creamy texture and flavor, so they add two things: refined sugars, artificial additives and thickeners like carrageenan and modified starches. That means your healthy yogurt might actually contain 15 to 20 grams of added sugar, sometimes more than a candy bar. Sugar triggers the production of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, harmful compounds that form when sugar binds to proteins in the body. These AGEs accumulate in joint cartilage over time, making it stiffer, less elastic, and more prone to breakdown. High sugar also fuels systemic inflammation, aggravating both osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis symptoms. And what about carrageenan, the thickener found in many low-fat yogurts? It's been linked to intestinal inflammation, which in turn affects your immune system, a connection known as the gut-joint axis. When your gut is irritated, your joints often pay the price. Solution: opt for plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. It's rich in healthy fats that support hormone production and joint lubrication. Add your own fresh fruit, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or a few chia seeds for flavor and fiber, without the hidden damage. Your joints will thank you. 4. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are vibrant, fresh, antioxidant-rich. Most people consider them a superfood, and for many, they are. But if you're over 50 and struggling with persistent joint pain, especially in the fingers, knees, or hips, tomatoes might be secretly working against you. Here's why. Tomatoes belong to a group of plants called nightshades, which also includes eggplants, bell peppers, and white potatoes. Nightshades contain compounds called alkaloids, specifically solanine and tomatine, which are natural insect repellents produced by the plant. That's good for the plant. But in sensitive humans, these alkaloids can disrupt gut barrier function, leading to low-grade inflammation. Stimulate immune responses that cross-react with joint tissue. Act as pro-inflammatory agents in the synovial fluid that cushions your joints. This is especially true in people with autoimmune arthritis, like rheumatoid arthritis, or even undiagnosed sensitivities. While not everyone reacts to nightshades, studies have found that eliminating them for 2 to 3 weeks can significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in those who are sensitive. The mechanism? Reduced intestinal permeability and a calmer immune response, resulting in less joint tissue attack. Think of it this way. If your immune system is already overactive or inflamed, nightshades can fan the flames, even if they're loaded with healthy nutrients like lycopene. What to try instead? For sauces, swap tomato-based sauces with roasted red pepper puree, or avocado-based dressings. For pasta, try zucchini noodles with olive oil, garlic, and anti-inflammatory herbs like turmeric or rosemary. And if you're unsure whether nightshades affect you, try removing them for just 14 days. The difference might shock you. 5. Granola bars. Granola bars are everywhere. They're marketed as convenient high-fiber, heart-smart snacks. And for a lot of seniors, especially after 50, they seem like a smart, on-the-go option. But if you peel back the label, and look beyond the words whole grain or gluten-free, you'll often find a dangerous combination of ingredients that can quietly fuel joint pain. The real problem? 1. Refined carbohydrates. Most granola bars use puffed rice, oats, or processed wheat bound together with syrups. These spike your blood sugar fast. High blood sugar equals increased glycation, which damages collagen and cartilage proteins in joints. 2. Added sugars. Some bars contain 10 to 15 grams of sugar per serving. That's equivalent to a can of soda. This much sugar triggers inflammatory pathways, especially the production of CRP, C-reactive protein, a known marker of joint degeneration. 3. Seed oils, like canola, soybean, and corn oil. These are high in omega-6 fatty acids. While we need some omega-6, most modern diets have too much, especially compared to omega-3s. The result? a pro-inflammatory imbalance that directly affects your joints by increasing synovial membrane irritation, reducing the body's natural repair mechanisms, disrupting fatty acid signaling that's essential for tissue healing. Even the healthy ones aren't safe. Those labeled organic, low-fat, or natural may still be packed with brown rice syrup, tapioca syrup, or inverted cane sugar, all of which act like straight sugar in your bloodstream. Smarter options for your joints? A small handful of raw walnuts and dried apricots. Homemade energy bites with dates, chia seeds, and almond butter. Or even plain Greek yogurt with flaxseed and cinnamon, which actually fights inflammation. If you're over 50 and eating granola bars daily, that harmless snack might be keeping your knees inflamed and your shoulders stiff. 6. Diet sodas and sugar-free drinks. Zero sugar, 0 calories. Sounds like a safe bet, especially if you're watching your weight or blood sugar, right? But diet sodas and sugar-free drinks are often worse for your joints than you think. Here's what really happens when you drink them. Most diet sodas contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, acesulfame potassium, ACE. While they don't raise blood sugar like traditional sugar, they still disrupt your body's internal chemistry, especially the gut. Your gut isn't just for digestion. It's home to 70% of your immune system. Artificial sweeteners have been shown in studies to disrupt the gut microbiome, reducing healthy bacteria, increase intestinal permeability, also known as leaky gut, trigger systemic inflammation, particularly in people over 50 whose gut lining has naturally weakened with age. And remember, systemic inflammation shows up in your joints first. That means more swelling, more morning stiffness, and slower recovery after movement. In fact, some early research suggests that aspartame may alter pain perception and increase inflammatory sensitivity in the nervous system, making your joints feel even worse. What about zero-calorie energy drinks and flavored waters? Many of these are loaded with chemical additives, sodium, and acidic compounds that may dehydrate joint tissue, alter electrolyte balance, and increase wear on cartilage and synovial fluid. What to drink instead? Hydration is critical for joint health, but it needs to be the right kind of hydration. Try infused water with ginger, lemon, or cucumber. Unsweetened herbal teas like turmeric, nettle, or peppermint. Coconut water, in moderation, for potassium and electrolytes, without added chemicals. Remember, your joints are 70 to 80% water. Give them real nourishment, not synthetic sweetness. Here's the bottom line. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive, especially our joints. Foods that may seem harmless, even healthy, can become stealth triggers for inflammation, stiffness, and long-term damage. It's not about fear. It's about awareness. And the good news? Once you remove these hidden culprits, many people over 50 report better mobility, less pain in the morning, more energy to move freely again. So ask yourself, which of these foods are you eating every day without realizing the toll it may be taking? If this video helped you see your health in a new light, please do 3 simple things. Like this video. It helps it reach others who need this truth. Subscribe to my channel, where we uncover the hidden causes behind aging symptoms. Share this with a friend or loved one over 50 who's still searching for answers. Stay wise, stay well, and never stop learning what your body truly needs.